out today. Had some rain in the night, but it's not looking too bad now. Need to have a ride down to Peterborough to get some new braid. We've got a carp fishing holiday coming up, and I want to try a different tactic, so we'll get some lightweight braid for the hook lengths. Give it a go. On the 852 at the moment, left Grantham, we're headed towards Boston. But what we'll do is when we get to the roundabout, we'll cut off, go down to Bourne, cross Bourne, and continue straight through towards Peterborough. Take the screen off this bike, but I've left the bracketry on. For some reason, when I'm using the GoPro, I find I've got the screen on, I get this clicking sound at 60. It's pretty clear up to about 50, but then it starts click, 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 click once you get past 60. That's also applied. I took the Tiger 800 out for a ride a little while ago, and it was pretty much the same. As soon as you got 55, 60, you start to get the clicking, so there's something there. Turbulence, I would say, off the screen is upsetting something on the camera. I made sure the mounting's tight and the cable's stashed up out of the way, but it is what it is. I'm going to be stuck behind these two for a few minutes, so assuming I get so many overtaking places on this bit of road. The roads are a bit wetter here. It looks like we might be moving into it. Forecast to dry up. Pull over here and have a look at the bike. Right, we'll just have a pull over and I'll give you a quick look around the old hog. There she is, anniversary night train. FXSTV, I think the denomination was. There's a few changes on it from standard. Chrome forks, different front wheel, different risers, different handlebars, different seat, different exhaust system, 3-inch overs on the front pegs so that I can stretch my legs out. Carrier obviously. The back wheel is a standard wheel, but I had it powder coated silver. I've had a custom back wheel in the bike for about 10 years, but the chrome finish was starting to go, but it was an aftermarket one. A freebie from Rainey. Thanks Rainey. So decided to spend it out and have that done. Got the Vance 9 short shocks, starting to show a little bit of age now, but the bike is, you know, it's 14-year-old or whatever. It's pretty loud, lots of noise and not much go. Instead I've taken the screen off but left the bracketry on. And there she is. Oh, that's typical. I've said before that the old Harley, this old gal's a keeper. We've had it from new. It's taken us all over France, Spain, Italy, Portugal, been over the Rock of Gibraltar on it twice, through the snow and the crap on the way down to Italy on it in April for one of the hog rallies a few years ago. Never missed a beat. The only problem I have had on it is I had to think now, don't I? Yeah, the gear lever seized up. But all it was the pin that the actual lever pivots on. It wasn't the gearbox. The pin that the lever pivots on had dried out, which is my fault in terms of bad maintenance procedure. But a bit of lube on there and away we go. The only problem with that was it happened at me when I went to meet my brother at Mum's house, so he witnessed it. Hey ho. Right, we've turned off main A52. I think this is the A17. We're going to head down now towards Bourne. There's a few villages along the way, but some lovely sweeping bends along here. Blue sky this way and grey sky that way, so that makes that decision. Road legal speeds, these things are they're very, very comfortable. It's got enough go for overtaking. It's got a certain amount of presence on the road, if that makes sense. You know you're not going to win a fight with anything over a 125, but that's not the idea of it. We're cruising at 60, it'll take all these bends with come quite easily at that, no problem. You haven't got the cut and thrust power and handling braking of a sports bike, but it isn't a sports bike, it's a cruiser. Those who ride cruisers will understand. Members that ride sports bike won't. Never mind. The main problem I have is with riding two bikes. I've got a 1200 Bandit, and that, although that's not up with current sports bike standards, it handles, goes, stops, it does everything apart from comfort and pleasure of riding better than what the Harley does. It's also an old bike, but it's not done a lot of miles, and it's nice to ride in its own way. But I'd jump off this onto the Suzuki, and I'd just have to watch myself a bit, because it's so much faster, and you just don't know you're doing the silly ball on the road. You soon find yourself speeding if you're not careful. With this, you know what speed you're doing just by the engine noise. Yeah, there I look 30, no problem. Then there's the flip side of that. You jump off the Suzuki onto this, and yeah, you suddenly realise the brakes don't, not to the same level anyway, and you open the throttle to accelerate and it doesn't. You line it up for the corner to go round and you go, oh, it doesn't. But you know, that's not what it's about on this. It's a cruiser. Delightful bike to ride, and it's our bike forever. Up the pace a little bit. There's nowhere finer than an English countryside when the weather's right. Pass through little villages and over the hills, and you've got a lovely view out in front of you. Good thing. With having wider bars on this, I mean, these mirrors don't have a particularly big surface area and they don't reach out that far, but they work really, really well. Bandit ones are rubbish in comparison. So I'll put some of these bars on the Bandit. Harleys do give you plenty of cable length, so at least if you want to change the bars, you've got no real problems there. The Bandit on the other hand, yeah, everything's maxed out. In fact, the choke lead, if you turn the bars with the choke on, it does affect it, but once the choke's off, it doesn't. Alright, we'll drop into Bourne. there's a bar opened up a couple of years ago here in Market Deeping called the Iron Horse Ranch, or Iron Horse Ranch Bar or something like that. Nice place. Get a meal there and what have you. It's not cheap, but seems to be run by bikers, more for bikers. They do a bike night on a Thursday night. I was hoping to get this week, but it didn't happen. Maybe it's next week, who knows. There's Novo in the Harley realised that's the right hand lane. Blue skies 1 minute, grey's the next. Peterborough bypass now. It's a funny old junction, this next one. When I did my HGV, this was always confusing. The road opens up and there's actually about 4 lanes go right. One left, one straight over, and all the others go right. Drop into the 40 limit. Mind you, the one after's a bit of a rumman and all. See, you've got 1, 2, yeah, left hand lane goes left and on. That lane goes there, but these 3 all go right. If you're not careful, you find yourself getting boxed out. Just follow this lane round. Got room to swinger. The river. think it's the Neen, I'm not 100% sure. Right, this is a funny old junction up here. What is that? This one. Those wagons. Yeah, when you come off, you turn left off this road up here, this junction. It turns left sharp on itself, but there's a road joins from the right. But the road layout is that you've got priority to turn left once you're over the junction, but the road markings I think are blooming wrong. As I say, I did this route when I was on the HGV, and it was one of them that in a wagon you can only take one route, the others are barred to you. So if we come off here, so you've got the traffic joining from the right here, but the actually giveaway line is there. So although you've actually got right of way, you've got to watch for some clown coming over there and pulling into you. Alright, this is standing ground. The shop's called Sheltons. It's the biggest in the area. It's worth the 40-mile ride to get to. There it is up there on the right. Throw it on the corner here, then we're out everybody's way.